Do you have our first Reddit post?
I do. It's an interesting one, I think.
All right. While we're
Well,
waiting for people to join in to the gameplay, why don't you
the
read it for us?
the audio does sound good. I mean, by
Awesome.
the way, I don't. You can't hear the gameplay audio, but I don't think that really
I
matters for
I
this one.
have that muted.
Cool. All right, I'm going to. It's probably gonna turn back on my phone. Be ready for that.
Already winning.
Yep. There we go. All right. Since our sound check is over, um, all right. So this one is an interesting one, I think, but it has animals in it. So. The title is "Would I Be the Asshole for Evicting My Roommate Because She Wouldn't Pay My Vet Bills?"
Okay then.
That could go so many ways.
It could be. Ah.
All right. She is a 33-year-old female living with her friend Rose. She does put a name, who is 30. It is her home, but Rose pays rent for $250 a month. That is cheap.
Yeah.
Off the bat. That's cheap. That's less than what we pay.
And we don't pay a lot.
Yeah. Um Rose had multiple plants and had them set up on our back porch. My cat goes out to the back porch as it is screened in and consumed some of the flowers and got very sick. Turns out one of the plants were lilies, which are toxic to cats. I took her to the vet immediately and they told me if I hadn't, she probably would have died. I kindly asked Rose if she would pay for my cat's vet bills since her flowers caused this, in which she became super offended and refused, saying it wasn't her fault because she didn't know and that this was an accident. I agreed that it was an accident and that there weren't any hard feelings, but was still an accident caused by her, and that even if we could split the bill, she again refused and said she wouldn't pay a dime. It was an accident and my cat. I basically told her if she didn't at least split the bill with me, she would have to find somewhere else to live. This caused a huge argument, and she said that is completely unfair because she has nowhere else to go and it was an incident. I don't think it's unreasonable. I even agreed to split it.
Hmm. Oh, I got a demo.
I mean, I'm sorry for her poor cat, but if I feel like as a pet owner, you should probably know what things are toxic.
I would agree too. I mean, I've never had a cat, but I've had plenty of dogs. Oh, okay, that's not
Well,
what I was.
we've had plenty of cats, and my mom has a screened-in thing and has plants, but she's cautious to not bring in toxic plants.
Right.
And if it seems like this woman knew that there were plants when the cat was let outside. It wasn't like, she was let out in the backyard and it was like she just so happened upon some plants. She knew that they were there, so wouldn't you kind of like investigate the plants and if it
I would think so.
were
So
toxic?
who is the cat owner again?
The roommate,
The roommate.
I'm sorry, no, the OP.
Oh, the original poster is the cat owner.
Yes, and she's mad because the other lady had plants.
That were toxic. Depends on if the roommate was the cause for the cause of the vet bills, but in this case it was not the roommate's fault, and I agree with the roommate not paying. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I think I would agree.
yeah, that's kind of along the lines of what I'm saying. Like,
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm going back. It was a really short one to start.
Yeah,
Um,
a very easy one to start out with.
yeah, yeah. Some of the last one, some of the ones from
Sorry, Tablet. No, that's fine.
the
It happens.
last ones
Oops.
were nuts. Ooh.
Don't mind me. On the. Oh.
Oh.
I think we got ourselves a good one. Oh.
Well, just the title alone is. Ooh. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting?
Ooh.
This is. I feel like this is gonna be an interesting one. I'm going to say that for every single one. I have disclaimer. I've not read these either. I'm just kind of reading.
We're going into these blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had an aunt that didn't know she had a plant that the cats would like to try to eat, but was poisonous sometimes. Oh no.
They didn't know either.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, get rid of the plant at the
Yeah.
very least.
At the very least.
You know. Yeah, I think that's a kind of a. It's a difficult situation because in those in like a lot of animals are kind of they're family to a bunch of people. You're gonna get smacked. Oh, wait, is that the ball?
Yep, that's the ball.
It's fine. We get what you're saying. I talk kind of odd anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whee!
Oh, did you just go up on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Wait, how did you score a point though?
I didn't. Damien did.
Oh, Damien.
Yeah, Damien scored all of our points.
Wow, Damien's good.
I don't even know if I got any assists.
I don't know
with
who
that one.
Damien is, but he's wow.
Woohoo.
And Poncho. Damien
There,
and Poncho.
I got 2 assists.
Oh, look at you. Look at you
Alright.
go. Alright. Let's find out if this man is
Indeed an asshole.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Um Oh. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I said man. This is a female, actually.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Okay, so the poster, is a 22-year-old female. Okay, so this is like girl on girl angry, not niceties. Okay, I think I get it.
Damn.
Have been friends with Danny, a 22-year-old male, since high school. And he recently moved in with his current girlfriend, Lucy, a female, same age. They are all 22 years old. So that's still pretty young, in my opinion.
I got the goal.
Oh, look at you go.
Hooah.
They had a housewarming party on Friday, and Lucy spent most of the night dancing with her own friends who are very like her, excitable, extroverted, etc., and dragging Danny away from his conversations with us, his friends, to dance, even though he's more like us, introverted, not party animals. I think. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
I think I'm seeing where this is going, but let's keep reading. Later Danny was being quiet, so I asked if he was okay, and he said he was just tired. But he just kept watching Lucy dancing and then said something in her ear the next time she came over, and she just shook her head and laughed at him. After she went back to her friends, I asked if it was bothering him how she was behaving, and he asked me to explain. I mentioned the attention-seeking dancing and the fact that she was wearing something really revealing, even though other guys were at this party. Danny said it didn't bother him, then sat with a moody face. At the end of the night, oh no, it just went dark. Oh, there we go.
Some rest.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, Lucy sat down with us and started chatting nonstop about how amazing the party had been. I pointed out jokingly Danny obviously wasn't enjoying himself, since he looked miserable, and Danny told her I was worried he was jealous because of her outfit. Lucy ruffled his hair, which he hates, that you know of, question mark, and said he was quiet because he um loved her outfit so much. He couldn't wait for us all to leave so he could
No.
drag her to bed. I thought that was completely inappropriate and said to Danny in that case, I'd leave if she was just going to be disgusting. And Lucy just laughed at me, so I did leave. Today, Danny has messaged me saying Lucy wants an apology before I'm allowed back at their home. But when I asked if Lucy will apologize for making me uncomfortable, he said no. She doesn't have anything to be sorry about. I was genuinely only worried about my friend, but admit I could have left without calling her disgusting. So am I the asshole? Um, you're jealous of the girlfriend 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm more introverted, which you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're a little bit more extroverted than I am by a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And like yes, like if there's, you know, if you are introverted and you're going to be introverted, you have to be okay with other people being non-introverted because there are other people that are going to be extroverted and be excitable and enjoy their life, and it's called, if you enjoy being an introvert, then that's fine, let them enjoy being an extrovert, but you don't get to.
You don't have to tell people what they can and cannot wear, and you don't have to tell people how they can and cannot act.
Right.
Like, we're all people. We're all humans,
Yeah.
and people act and say different things.
Yeah. And obviously this Danny dude is not, like, he doesn't care. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like he was probably just a little tired. The girl wanted to continue having a good time. They came back, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it was their house too. So I mean, if he really wanted to, the man could have just went to bed. Like his friends could have, you know, did what they had to do, but apparently she was the only one that left. So apparently nobody else had a problem with it.
Yeah.
I think she's jealous of the girlfriend, for whatever reason. Um, but we do have an edit.
Oh, we have an edit.
So,
We will refrain from casting judgment.
oh, I've already casted the judgment. Like,
Oh.
it's already in my brain. I don't think this edit is going to change anything, but, you know, we'll see. To clarify, I didn't say the comment about her clothes directly to Lucy. I asked Danny once, then never mentioned it again. I asked him because I know in the past he said anything overly sexual makes him uncomfortable. He's not the kind of guy who makes innuendos or anything. Also, I'm in no way jealous of Lucy. I beg to differ. She's the opposite of how I'd want to be, which is fine. People can be who they want. And Danny and I already tried dating years ago, but the spark wasn't there. Was it not there on his end? Question mark again. And it was uncomfortable after we tried being intimate, and both agreed we were better as completely platonic friends.
I don't know. It still seems a little sus.
It's definitely not. Oh, and they locked new comments cannot be posted, but I'm gonna go read a couple of them because I want to see what other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
This person said you're the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but that's such a hateful way to talk about someone's girlfriend for just having fun. She was minding her own business. Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing
And she was in her own home with her friends.
Another thing I want to point out is, so this Danny guy, If he had a problem, which she claims he usually has a problem with over sexualization,
Yeah.
sure, that's fine. If he had a problem with it, with her dressing up in this sort of way, it should have been on him to say, hey, I think you should wear something different.
Hold on. To which I would respond if I was in that situation. I'd be like, I'm not fucking changing because
Mm-hmm.
you don't have anything to say about my outfit or my body.
Right. And that's perfectly fine too, but like that's a conversation. If he was uncomfortable with it, that's a conversation for them to have, and she doesn't need to be
In private.
right. She doesn't need
And
to be
him not telling her what to wear because that's none of his business either.
right.
Like, yeah. I think it's called you are dating the person, you're living with them, you know how they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they dress. You know how all of that kind of stuff is. Like if you want someone more modest, date someone who's more modest.
Right. I agree to that.
But you don't get to tell someone the way that they're going to dress. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it. I think. But he obviously said he didn't care. So he
Mm-hmm.
probably
He probably didn't care,
he
or at
prob-
least he didn't want to say anything and ruffle feathers, what have you.
yeah. Yeah.
But you guys can let
Um
us know what you think.
and so this person also said Danny was uncomfortable because of the way that you were acting.
Mm.
And I would think yeah. Yeah, so that one was that one was the second one, but that one was the first one on there and I was like, you furs.
Yeah. Ah, I missed the angle. We got more coming your way as soon as we
Yeah.
find some. Don't. Oh, that was my bad.
I was going to say, why don't you entertain them with your
With my really bad gameplay because I just put it into her own goal.
oh my gosh.
I'm so bad. Again, I missed the angle.
I think I found one. Yes. Okay.
Oh.
This isn't it. This one has a lot of upvotes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So the title, if I could remember words, for this one is Am I the Asshole for Canceling the Entire Vacation when I found out that my stepdaughters deliberately hid my daughter's passport to get her to stay home? Oh my god.
I'm going to immediately say first initial thoughts. I'm going to say no because if you can't go on the trip and if it's like a little kid, if you can't find the little kid's passport, then she can't go, depending on what kind of trip it is. Therefore, the trip would have to be canceled. You can't leave your kid. This isn't Home Alone. But.
These are not little kids, just reading ahead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This is why we wait for final judgment.
Yep. Okay. I have been married to my wife, Beth, for 5 years. I have a biological daughter named Jessica. She's 18. And I also have 2 stepdaughters named Monica and Leah.
Monica and Leah, okay.
They are 25 and 28.
Okay.
So a bit older than the 18-year-old. Okay.
And the 18-year-old is the one who.
Is the one that got the passport hid.
Okay.
Alright. Both are single moms and live with us currently.
Oh.
So that's a lot in the household right there.
Yeah.
Because there's kids too. Oof.
Yep.
There has been issues about my stepdaughters asking my daughter to babysit the kids.
Okay.
Jessica didn't have a problem with it at first, since this is what she does to earn money. But since her stepsisters don't pay her much, she just refused to babysit. We worked this out by having my wife take care of paying for the babysitting. Interesting. I planned a family vacation for 3 days, and everyone wanted to go. However, both Monica and Leah suggested that Jessica stay home and watch the kids, since Beth doesn't want her grandkids to come.
What?
Yeah. They said it's because the kids are used to Jessica, and hiring another babysitter would cause issues. And also said that Jessica isn't too fond of our destination, but it was obvious that Jessica wanted to go. They insisted, and Beth, his wife, offered to pay her double, and there was just a lot of back and forth on this, till I demanded they stop bringing it up. Good on you, Dad. We were supposed to go last week, but when everybody had... I lost my place. Had bagged their bags, and that's an interesting way to put that. And were ready to go, Jessica found out that she didn't have her passport on her. We searched her bag, and then went home and searched there. Beth and my stepdaughters kept insisting that we go back to the airport or else we'd miss our flight. They insisted that Jessica stay home with the kids. They even told the new babysitter to go home because she was no longer needed. Dear Lord.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that it? I want to be sure before I.
No, it's not. I was just taking a pause.
Okay.
I refused to go and kept searching for the passport till Monica admitted that she helped Leah hide Jessica's passport to get her to stay home with the kids. I was livid. I tried to get her to tell me where it was, but she said Leah had it. Leah denied, so I threatened to cancel the vacation. That's when they gave it back. I decided to actually cancel the vacation and blew up on both of them and berated them. They stayed upstairs for a while, and Beth refused to speak to me and said that I punished my stepdaughters for worrying about their kids and wanting them to stay with someone they know. I got told I overreacted and ruined the trip for everybody.
All right. Interesting. Very interesting.
Indeed.
So, I'm going to say that he is not the asshole. But what I want to know is why is there animosity towards?
Yeah, one, I think it might be the fact, well, think of it like Cinderella, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, two stepdaughters, the stepmom,
Yeah.
and then the 18-year-old being the quote-unquote Cinderella, because, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, I think maybe it's a jealousy thing, perhaps, or something. Or maybe they're just ganging up on her. I mean, they are 7 and 10 years older. So here and here's the thing. So they're both single moms, right?
Right.
This the 18-year-old doesn't have any kids, any of those kind of responsibilities. So why is it her responsibility to watch your kids while you go on vacation? It's not. It's called you decided to do the deed. You decided to have the kids. You decided to keep the kids. They are now your responsibility. You can't pawn them off on other people just because you feel like it. I don't care. Like, and you had a perfectly good other babysitter. If you were that worried about your mother effing children, you would have stayed home with your kids.
Right.
But you had no problems having somebody else stay home with them. So their rebuttal of, oh well, we just wanted somebody that we knew watching the kids. Well, why didn't you watch your own kids?
Yeah.
And not only that, but they're living with the parents the same as the 18-year-old. Okay, like I get it.
And the 18-year-old is, we can probably say, maybe she's fresh out of college. Maybe, or high school, I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe she's she's in college. There's a lot of reasons why it is more viable for an 18-year-old to be in the house. A 25 and a 28-year-old who are single mothers.
Add in progress.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Add in progress.
I know. Oh, I guess I'll wait then.
I was just about to say, I don't think you're getting it. It's
No,
like the red light all over again.
I get it, but red light.
I know.
Boom.
Red light. I know.
Okay, why is there...
Red light. I know.
Okay, so what I was going to say is... you never want to punish the grandchildren. That is for certain.
Well, the grandchildren weren't going on the vacation.
Right, but I mean, as far as like, who can be in the house. You know what I mean? Like, you have...
Yeah.
The 18-year-old, has probably a lot of reasons for living with their parents. 28 and 25-year-old, probably not as much, but I mean, you can make the argument of the grandkids. You don't want to make the grandkids suffer because of whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to use that kind of logic, then if you're going on a vacation, why not take the kids too? The grandkids, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Go.
Ugh.
Wow. They shoved you all the way back in the goal.
Yeah, what the heck? Oop.
Ooh.
So, right then and there, I'm like, okay, so why are the 28 and 25-year-olds living in the house? If it's because of the kids, okay, fine. I get that. Why not take them on the trip, too?
Right.
Why is there animosity going around between the daughters and the granddaughter, or stepdaughters? That's what I want to know. Like, is it a situation where...
Well, I think that part of it is because she's now refusing to babysit the kids. Or was refusing to babysit them because they weren't really paying her that much. Which, I mean, to be perfectly honest, we don't know how many kids there are.
No, you just said that they were... Just know that they're both single moms.
Right.
So it could be 2 kids, it could be 5 kids.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're paying me $10 to watch 5 kids for an entire day, I'm sorry, but no. No. Like,
no.
Especially considering that's your family. Like, yeah, I'm sure the daughter would have maybe given a discount or something because of a particular situation or something. There's more ads going. And I don't know if it's just on my end. It has to be.
You might have lag.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
it might just be the time
maybe.
from when we are going on lives to when
maybe.
it comes to you. It could be. But regardless of any of that, my question is just why steal the passport and then adamantly deny having it? Like,
True, yeah. I mean, Well, because they wanted to have her go back to the house.
Right.
Um,
Which is a complete and utter immature move that you are now
yeah.
teaching your kids is okay.
If they even tell the kids, because they
Yeah.
weren't there. I mean, but you're 25 and 28. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And then I think to myself, like, how old are these kids, too?
Yeah.
Because that's a factor. I mean, you know, they
Mm-hmm.
do have the saying, terrible twos for a reason. So if you got, like, a whole bunch of, like, two-year olds, like a 3-year old, a 5-year old, like, that's a lot.
It is a lot. I think there's a lot going on here that initially, just from what I have to go off of, I gotta say he is not the asshole. He is sticking up for his daughter.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. This is like,
A classic Cinderella story.
a reverse Cinderella story, like a modernized Cinderella story. Kind of. That's how I see it, at least. Yeah. Oh, this is so funny. This person said, not the asshole. Leave Beth and her daughters, and you and Cinderella get out of there before it's too late.
I love it.
Yeah. 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 Because we all know what happened in
Aw.
Cinderella, my guy.
Yeah.
So get out before you get poisoned or something.